Hey, it's your girl, the Diva of Curve, Texas, coming back with a video. Yes, I know it's been a minute, but I'm back with some new hair too. Y'all like it? I heard blondes have more fun. So this video has been requested by several people on Instagram and one YouTuber. So they wanted to know, how do I do my selfies? Because my selfies be cute. Okay, so first things first is I'll go through the equipment that I use. Then I'll also go through my process. All right, and give y'all a little bit of samples of what I can do. So first things first is lighting. Your lighting is going to be the number one thing, okay? I think lighting is more important than even the camera. So if you have good lighting, you're going to be able to get better quality photos. I'm not going to say great because it still takes a little bit of skill set, but you will be able to get better quality photos, okay? So once we're done with this, I'll tag the ring light that I have. I have a ring light. It has cool, it has a medium, and then it has a warm setting, okay? So when I'm doing up close selfies, I like to do it in the cool setting, as bright as it can possibly go. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, this light is too bright, but the selfies usually come out amazing, okay? So those are the first, that's the first thing, is having a good light or having a good ring light. So what if you don't have a ring light? The Diva Curve, I ain't got no ring light. I ain't got no $200 to buy no ring light. What's next? Find you some good household lamps. Take the shades off. Boom. Saturate with light, okay? Play with your angle so that you don't have too many shadows. Like right now, I got a big ugly shadow, but I'm not worried about that because guess what? We ain't worried about that. We taking selfies today, okay? So we ain't worried about the shadows. But anyways, play with your light. Use what you have at home. Don't feel like you've got to go out and purchase an expensive ring light to get quality photos. Again, I will tag some of the pictures I took in my house where I was just using regular household lighting, okay? Now, again, my selfies did upgrade when I got a ring light. But again, it's not essential. I still got the job done with the household kitchen lamp or with some interior lighting that was already included in the house. So again, the second thing is going to be a good camera. I'm really big on cameras. I was with Android, Team Android forever. I finally just was like, forget this. I need an iPhone. I wanted better quality photos. I wanted a really quick shutter speed. And so I got all of the above with iPhone. Sometimes it's too dang on clear because you can see every blemish on your face. But nonetheless, I appreciate the quality. I also appreciate the shutter speed on the iPhone. So again, if you have an Android will be just as fine. Just don't expect the shutter time to be as fast. So what is a shutter time? I already know you're like, what is that? I don't know what that is. Shutter time is the time it takes for your picture to take and for it to move to the next slide. So on an iPhone, the shutter time is extremely quick. Sometimes on an Android, especially if you're using a flash, it can be a lag. And that's one thing that I did not like because I like to take my pictures really quick, switch positions, and move on. But it takes a while for that Android phone to normally catch up. And again, that's not all of them. I had an older model, so I'm not too aware of what the new ones do. I know the older ones took some time and I was just like, sister, it's over. I need to upgrade myself. So that's what I did. Again, I do not have a super new iPhone. I have an XR. I think that's what it is. An XR, I'll tag it in there once I look on the back of my phone to figure out which one I have. But I'm almost for certain it's an XR. So like I said, it's a decent one. It is not the 12 or the 11. So it's not the newer ones, but it still gets the job done. The next thing is to make sure your camera is clean. A lot of people, I see them, they have pictures, they have really good pictures, but they're like foggy or they're cloudy looking. Make sure that your phone is clean. And I'm not talking about with your shirts. Get a lens cleaning cloth, or if you can also get like these little sheets. It's almost like a piece of paper, but it's not. It's specifically for the lenses, and it's lens paper. I know this because I took photography, so yeah. But make sure that you are using those things on your camera because you do not want to scratch that iPhone lens, because what happens is once you're using like your shirt or you're using a really abrasive material, you're going to start to scratch that phone. And so you're not going to be able to take clear pictures because you're going to have permanent scratches on it, okay? So make sure you're cleaning that phone off. The next thing that I want to say is have your materials ready. So if you're going to be doing selfies, which we're talking about today, is just strictly like headshot selfies. I'm not talking about anything full body, nothing really below the waist. The main focus is going to be the waist and above. Make sure you have your materials ready. So for me, wigs, weaves, hair units, you're gonna need a comb or a brush. So today I'm using a comb because this hair is low maintenance. It doesn't require a whole lot. Again, if I had something that had like a curl or a body wave, I might need some more tools, but for me today, this is it. And y'all, I will tag this unit in the description. Also, this is a synthetic unit, and I'll give you guys more details. I hope y'all like it because I'm loving it. Y'all don't judge me. This is my first time doing a ball cap. Well, I think my second time because I did it for my birthday. So happy belated birthday to me. But this is my second time doing a ball cap. I did not use the cap that was dark enough, but overall I'm really impressed with it. But that's a whole nother video. Okay, so get your comb, get your brush, get your gel, get your got-to-be, all of that stuff. Keep it close by because you're going to need it, okay? Next thing is your makeup brush, makeup to reapply, lip gloss, any type of setting powder or setting spray. You're going to need that because you obviously are going to start to get warm the more pictures that you take, especially with you being in front of this ring light. So just anything that's essential to you. Again, I showed you pretty much my essentials. I keep them handy in case I do need to touch up in between shoots, okay? So make sure you have that stuff available. The next thing I would say is to get somewhere that has a really clean and clear background. Please don't have a lot of stuff in your background, okay? It's tacky, okay? Now, again, if you're doing a shoot where some of those things in the background might be your focal point, then that will be different. But typically, I just try to make sure that I check the surroundings. So as you see, I'm on a white wall, pretty good surroundings. I have like a little table here, which is just for some decor, but you can't see, it's not in shots. So make sure that you are aware of your surroundings. Try to get somewhere that is not distracting to you because obviously you want to be the focal point of that picture. That's why it's a selfie, okay? So make sure your background is clear, clean. So the first thing I like to tell people to do, if you are an amateur photo taker, specifically selfie taker, try it in video mode, okay? So one thing that's great about iPhones, and I think Androids do this as well, is you can put it in video mode and they have this little white circle on the side. You can press that to take pictures. So if you have a husband, a cousin, a friend, a son, a daughter, anybody who is with you, you can have them to push that button while you're taking the pictures, okay? So in the event that you do not have that luxury, don't worry, I got you covered, okay? So what you do is you turn your video on. Again, we got all our lighting. We've cleaned out the background. We are ready to start taking pictures. So you turn on your video camera and you are going to hold that pose for 3 to 5 seconds, okay? So just to start out, maybe try 3 poses. So just start with 3 different poses. And again, these are selfies. So I am going to come in a little bit closer because I want, obviously, my face to be the focal point. We're not doing any focus on the below the bottom. Make sure your girls are right, okay? So take some time, go in, honey, adjust yourself, make sure your bride's right. You don't want any spillage or breast hanging over. Pull your pants up and suck in, okay? So, again, turn your video camera on. We're going to hold each pose for 3 to 5 seconds, okay? Okay, so once you have done that, then you can stop the video and you have the option of going in and taking screenshots of each one of those selfies. So you've held it for 3 to 5 seconds. That gives you enough time to capture a screenshot, okay? So make sure that when you're there, like I said, you're holding it. And then you can just stop it and you can go in and take screenshots. So that is very amateur, very beginner way of taking your selfies. And that's if you do not have anybody that you feel like can take your selfies at a good angle. And you don't have to keep repeating yourself. Me, I get frustrated very easy. So I'm just like, forget it. I'll do it myself. So that's what I do when I first started out and I just was not comfortable with my angles. I didn't know what poses worked for me. And I like my camera at a high altitude. So I normally have it high and then I have it positioned to look down at me. So this is me and this is the camera. It is anchored down at an angle. So that tends to slim out my face. You very rarely will see me with a picture from the bottom angle, honey. I got a chin, I got cheeks, all of that. It just makes me look wider. So it does not work for me. Some of the smaller girls, go for it, baby. But for me, no. This is plus size selfie. So this is what the Diva of Curve Texas does. And this is what I'm going to share with y'all. So again, that's very amateur. If you feel like you're ready to take it up a notch, most phones have some type of timer on them. You can turn the timer on. They normally have 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. I know Androids and LGs, they have 10 seconds, and they also have it where you can take 3 or more pictures. Love that feature. Unfortunately, iPhone ain't got that feature. So you can only take 1 picture. You can take them with increments of, with the timer set in increments of 3 or 10 seconds. So those are your options there. The good thing about the timer on the iPhone on the factory setting is you still can use the filters. So you can use like the vibrate, warm and cold and all of that stuff. You can do all of that. Again, if you want to take more pictures at one time, which is what I typically do, I use a timer app. The drawback from that timer app, the one that I use in particular, is you cannot use the filter. So yeah, that sucks. But it gets the job done. Most of the time I use that when I'm doing my Poshmark pictures and I need to take like 15 pictures or something. So I use that because it gets the job done. I really don't use filters on Poshmark because I want it to be as original looking as it can possibly be, if that makes sense. But I don't use that. So for me, it's not a necessity on that end. But it is something that you can utilize. And I'm pretty sure that they have other ones where they have built-in filters and stuff like Facetune and all of that. I don't use a lot of those apps. To me, that stuff is not for me. But if you guys want it or use it, it is available. I will also tag in the description the one that I use. Again, it's just a very standard timer app, but it does have a lot of intervals. And I can also interchange how long I want in between each picture. So again, that works for me. If you are wanting to take multiple shots at one time by yourself, that's another option, okay? So again, what I do is I start with a really good pose. Make sure your hair is the way you want it to be, okay? And again, don't be afraid to pull out that tool, honey. Like, wait a minute, hold on. Gotta get this hair right. So, get yourself in position. Some of mine, I really like to come in close to the lighting. And right now, my lighting is on cool. So when I'm taking up close selfies, I like to leave my lighting on cool. So that's just my preference. It gives it a very clean glow to it. And I'll also show you guys what it looks like on a couple other settings. But again, this is what I like. I like cool. So pose number 1 is going to be to look at the camera, but be a little bit flirty with it, okay? So be flirty with it. Play with your hair. That's my signature move, is to play with the hair. Let me step back a little bit. Hand on the hip. Play with the hair. Okay, you can even, okay, so play with it. And this is my other one. It's kind of like a hair toss a little bit. It's like, say what, girl? I know you ain't talking to me. That's kind of how, y'all, I'm animated, so that's how I get into position for mine, is I just be like, say what? Oh, what grade? Okay, so that's that. And I just kind of toss it back, and then I just shoulder. So give me some shoulder. And again, you can come in close. Ooh, or you can back it up a little bit. But give them some shoulder, a little hip. So you can pop the hip up a little bit. And then you can even, turn around some more so they can get a little bit more of the hair. And give them some sass, okay? So those are just a couple of my favorite. I'm trying to think, what's another one of my favorites? I think I love like having all the hair back too. That's another one where it's just mostly face. Okay. And so we're going to pouty lip. Okay. And I love like this little dimple in my face, so. Look down, look up, get comfortable, play around with it, have fun. Do you some silly poses, okay? So Y'all, I love to do that with my tongue. I don't know why. People always be like, stop doing that. It is not professional looking. I know, but I can't help it. I love to stick my tongue out, okay? So don't get the wrong idea. That's just, I love to do that. Again, like I said, that's one of my signature things is I'm going to stick my tongue out. Okay. So those are some really cute ones. Again, play with the hair. Fluff it. Do me some Mariah Carey, okay? Y'all know Mariah gonna put that hair in front of her face now. Look down. Look up. So give me some angles. Play with it. Okay? Especially if you have some different hair, honey. Give us the hair vibes. Lean in. Give us some eyelash. Give us some lash. And honey, these are some super lashes. The thing, I love them. But I wanted to be dramatic so that you guys could see an exaggerated look. So again, that's it. Play with it. Camera mode is the best thing you can do when it comes to something like this. Video mode, I'm sorry, turn it on video mode and just have fun. Play at it. Find your comfort level. Find what angle works for you. Find what you like. And then once you get comfortable with that, start setting your timer and boom, before you know it, you're going to have some amazing pictures. Okay, so right now we're on cool. Let's turn it to medium and see what we get. And again, this selfie light, I love it because I can also change how bright it is. So right now I have it on cool, but it's at the brightest setting it can go, and it can also go down. Okay, so kind of like some dinner lighting, but that ain't what we want, honey. We want it up. So this is a mixture of cool and warm. I tend to do this if I'm going to be further back. So if I was doing something like this, this is when I would have that mixture. Okay. That's when I would use the mixture. Okay. When it's kind of like far back, not all the way far back. And then this warm, I ain't a fan of warm. I'm not a fan of warm, okay? But again, warm to me is if you're going to be far back. And it really works well with this hair because it does have a lot of warm tones in it. So that does work well. It's because I'm further back and this hair just really complements the warm. But again, for me, taking selfies, it's not my favorite. It does work, but it's not my favorite. So we're going to take a couple like this in warm. Okay. Okay, so that's warm. And again, you can see the difference. It obviously warms the skin. It looks like you have more of a natural glow, almost like a sun beach look. That's what I love about it, is it gives you that sun beach. And now if I was wearing like a gold bronzer, baby, that would be hot. But I'm not. I'm wearing a little bit of a cool color, wearing a new lip. So for me, I'm just like, it's a thumbs down. I like to go back to my cool, baby. Okay, so this is where we at. So again, these are just some really simple, quick, and easy things that you can do to step your selfie game up, okay? So of course, let's go back through it. You need you some good lighting. Selfie light preferably. If you don't have it, use what you got. Use what you got. Camera, a good one. Clean that camera off. Make sure it's clean. Put it into position. Use whatever you got to use to stack it up. Be safe. Don't be doing no crazy stuff. This is not top model. Okay? Keep it safe. Keep it cute. Keep it on mute. All right. Next thing is, if you are an amateur, you're still trying to get comfortable with your body, your face, your angles, put it on video mode. Use video mode. Stay in each pose for 3 seconds. Take screenshots of it, okay? And then again, honey, if you feel like you're a pro, you got it. You know what your angles is. You ready to move on to the next phase. Set that timer. You can use a timer app, or you can use the app that's already installed on your phone that has a timer. Set that timer and you just jump right into the pose, okay? And you push it every time, switch it up, and you're ready to roll. Okay, make sure you have your tools. Make sure you're ready to do any final touch-up to your makeup. Stay hydrated. Take your time. Don't be so hard on yourself, because I'm telling you, it does not come easy. Play with it. Have fun, okay? Make sure you subscribe. All right, the Diva of Curve, Texas. Make sure y'all head over to Instagram and check me out so y'all can see some of my selfies. And I'm going to put some really cute selfies in this video too. Okay. I think I'm going to do some on video just for y'all so y'all can see what they come out looking like. And it's still really good quality. I know y'all like, it's a screenshot. It's not going to look good. I bet it will. Till next time, the Diva of Curve, Texas. Peace.